So welcome everybody to the
I'm
Oceanic
here
Battle
too.
Arena, Week 8. My name's Cal Colossus. I am joined by my Oslo colleague, Clara.
Strangest sense of deja vu.
Yeah. We only said that like 5 minutes ago.
Right, so we have a Braum ban, a Jax ban, and a Maokai ban. I think the Maokai ban is a strong one. He's very meta at the moment. Everybody's picking him up because he is stupidly strong. Was it this? Yeah, it was this recent podcast that we've just recorded that should be out by now. We talked about the latest Maokai nerfs not really being enough to take him from that top spot. Looks like Purple Team are banning Purple Champions, which is the way to go.
Yes. I'm just trying to think. Evelyn banned. Oh, what was that?
Alistar ban.
Not a bad move. Alistair's pretty good at the moment.
Yeah, Alistar is very strong. And despite what Carrot may have said a few weeks ago, he is a good pick in the top lane.
Yeah.
Just the itemization needed to be worked out.
Yeah, that's it. Turns out I was completely wrong. Again, no shock horror there.
When I'm wrong, you can see some shock horror.
I don't know.
Talon ban. Well, Talon technically is purple. So I think that qualifies as the.
I think that was a respect ban for Miss Fish. I think that was a request in the pre-game chat. So respect ban for somebody who isn't even in the game. That's what you call a lot of respect.
But I thought Matt Pack played Talon as well.
Maybe.
But Matt Pack's on the team that banned it, so I wonder if Shakazy is just being passive aggressive and saying, "I'm not having a damn Talon on my team." So
Yes.
we got Jinx as the first lock-in. That's as much as I love Jinx on a picks and bans order side of things, not the best pick to start off with because she can be. I don't want to say countered, but she can be outpicked. Like, you can pick around Jinx with... By locking in Jinx, you're basically saying you go for late game, heavy amounts of damage, or you're going to be going for early tower pushes with a lane swap. So, and they can pick champions to counter that kind of strategy. Now, everything I just said about Jinx is quadruply applicable for Tryndamere. He's possibly the worst champion in the game to first pick. Which is evident by the insta-lock Teemo insta-counter pick right there. Doesn't get much better a counter pick to that than that. So, hopefully, Shakazy is picking this Tryndamere and might do something sneaky like jungle it or something like that, so he doesn't have to lane against the Teemo. I've played that matchup myself, and I'm an experienced Tryndamere and an experienced Teemo player. So I survived the laning phase, but I was about 25 CS down by the time Teemo killed my tower, and I could not challenge him at all. But I did what we tell everyone else to do, and that's go into other lanes, make plays. You know, normally Tryndamere is just a split pusher, and that's basically all he can do. His team fight is pretty atrocious, but and you cannot split push against the Teemo because he'll just kill you.
Yep.
Now we also had Ryze locked in, so that's interesting because Tryndamere is universally a top laner. He can be played in the jungle, but he's a really terrible pick for the jungle, despite my earlier like if it's a mind game, then it can work, but it's definitely not someone you pick as a jungle priority. Like, he's not even in the top 20, I'd say. And Ryze is generally picked up to be a solo top or a solo mid champion. And the reason I'm even hesitant to talk about the Ryze is because we've got a Zed being highlighted here. Now, you don't see jungle Zed, you don't see jungle Ryze, you don't see jungle Tryndamere, unless someone's going, you know, I played X champion and they got me to challenger, that kind of thing. So, and it's going to get locked in. It is going to get locked in, so I think maybe maybe they're actually listening, or maybe they had the idea themselves. Maybe they are trying to put that Tryndamere in the jungle, or we're going to have a jungle Zed, which I've never seen before, so I don't know how I'm going to comment on that. They did pick up an Ezreal as well. Ezreal, the safest AD champion in the game in terms of mobility and escapes from ganks. So, you know, you can't really
second
go wrong.
Probably second to Caitlyn. Caitlyn's probably safer.
Oh, no, in terms of escaping ganks.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically. Yeah, because the 90 caliber net, while it's effective, nowhere near as good as the Essence Flux.
Certainly at low level when you're derpy and you do things like me, which is to 90 caliber net into the opposition rather than away from them. I was playing on the PvE today. I'm just like, I don't know why I play ADC, but I do. And it's not good. It's pretty shameful.
Now, Teemo, we've already talked about him a little bit, but he's basically a flat-out counter to Tryndamere. He basically nullifies Tryndamere's existence in the game completely if he's fighting him. If Tryndamere is elsewhere, then awesome for Tryndamere, but anywhere that Teemo is, Tryndamere is not. Or if he is, he doesn't want to be. Yep. Lulu, well, we've had
question then. So
yeah.
So the thing about Tryndamere is he's a split pusher, right? So say you're getting towards the later stages of the game, Tryndamere split pushing. Is Teemo still effective?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, because all you need to do is throw down a couple of shrooms in all the favorable escape paths, and then just go up to Tryndamere. He's going to be split pushing minions. You just right-click on him. He'll either do one of two things. He'll run away, or he'll go aggressive. If he goes aggressive, you blind him, so his attack is completely nullified. And if he ults, you just walk away. And then when his ult is about to time out, you go back onto him and force him to retreat, and then he walks over a shroom with no ult and dies. So, like, Teemo, from level 1 or 2, shuts down Tryndamere for the rest of the game. If they're within, like, it's basically paper over the rock right there.
Yeah.
Because Tryndamere hits like a rock. He does. Now, we've had the entire teams locked in. We're still stuck on the second pick on blue side. So, moving on, we've got Lulu. So, we've got Lulu and Ari. So, you're going to have to guess that that's a support Lulu, because there's really no other support champions on the team. And Kelsier, it looks like Kelsier is going to be playing it. So, Kelsier is always good on Lulu. We'll see how his game's improved over the weeks. Jungle Jarvan, I think that's the only real, like, they're good.
Yeah.
The other team's probably going to be able to do. Okay, time is gone. We can talk about some of this now.
Well,
so it is a Jungle Jarvan. Yeah, it is a Jungle Jarvan.
The issue with Jungle Jarvan is that you've got three people the three people you kind of want to get, well, two of them at least, who you want to pin down with your Cataclysm are going to be able to easily get out of it. So Ezreal, Zed, Tryndamere all easily can get out of the Cataclysm. So that's, even though Jarvan is strong, it's not going to be quite as strong as, say, I mean, it'll be effective against Ryze, which is all right. But yeah, that's an issue. Not an insurmountable one. It just comes to timing. So you want to try and get them to burn their mobility before you jump in with a Cataclysm. Which, when you get towards a later game with Jarvan, he just becomes so tanky. He can withstand all that damage. You keep knocking them up, and once you start getting knockups and slows, they're going to want to get away, and that's when you use your Cataclysm.
Now, I want to say, because Ryze has gone with the teleport and Zed has gone with the ignite, we can guess that it's going to be a solo mid Zed with a solo top Ryze. So I think Ryze versus Teemo, that one's just going to be a skill matchup. I think whoever goes aggressive first will probably get the lead, or whoever gets the gank first is probably. I mean, Teemo's got. Now.
I haven't checked the ranges, but I suspect the Teemo's got a better range. And his harass is kind of more annoying, and he can put it out.
They're about the same.
Is it? Okay.
They're about the same. Yeah, like Ryze has a longer auto attack range, but his spell range is very similar. I think they're almost identical, maybe 25 apart. Not even a Teemo's width difference. So if Teemo's within auto attack range, Ryze should be able to rune prison him.
Yep.
So that should be how that exchange goes. Now, because of the points you mentioned earlier about Jarvan not being able to effectively gank Zed or Ezreal, I would imagine that most of Jarvan's ganks would be towards the top lane, towards that Ryze, because he'll have to burn a flash or he cannot get out of the Cataclysm or the CC. Now, that is going to be great news for Teemo, because it's basically going to be a 2v1 lane the entire time. Unless they do something weird like lane swap, but you don't really want to lane swap with Ezreal Nami. That's very much a bot lane duo you want to kind of keep in a 2v2 situation. Now, Tryndamere is basically going to have to stay in the jungle and farm. I'm assuming he's going to go for the, what's it called, the Feral Flare, pretty much as soon as he possibly can, because Tryndamere can't lane against the Teemo, and he can't 2v1. It's very unlikely that he's going to be getting any lane farm at all, and Tryndamere is one of the most gold-dependent characters in the game. So he's probably going to be just farming and farming and farming the jungle. Hopefully he pays a little bit. He's probably going to need to focus a lot on map control, pink wards and green wards throughout the entire thing, just so he can help his team, because his ganks aren't going to be great. Now, don't get me wrong, he could probably ghost in and use their slow when he knows they're running away, and he might get lucky, but just by champion design, he's not made for ganking.
Now, we should point out right now that this is all part of the Trinity Force network. So we have 3 podcasts that are part of the Trinity Force network, which is the one that we are both hosts of, which is the Oslo podcast. We release once a week. It should be coming out, well, basically once my editor gets the show in the folder, it will come out. And we stream on this channel Monday evenings from 9 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. 9 p.m? No, 8 p.m. Sorry, I'm getting confused. 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time.
It's funny that we say it in Australian Eastern Standard Time, but neither of us live in that time zone. So it just
neither of us do. We also have a third host, Ralph, who rounds out the host for the show. So you can actually follow us all on Twitter. I am at Carrot Colossus. Steve here is at Stephen Garstone. And Ralph is at VespQT, Vesp_QT lol. I think that's how you do it. And our Twitter is at Oslo Podcast, so make sure you follow us on that, or like us on Facebook. There's also the Trinity Force proper, which comes out twice a week. They, again, stream on this channel. About 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time on Tuesdays and Thursdays. They mainly focus on how to get better at the game, so they have lots of listener questions and lots of discussion about that. And then there's the T-Force LCS Rundown, which is once a week on a Monday morning at about 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, and they focus on the EU and NA LCS. So their show is really gearing up for Worlds, so they'll have some really good coverage of that and good discussion. And so make sure you check it out. Just go to trinityforcepodcast.com. And you can find all the podcasts and all the links to all the social media and whatnot. Now, as I thought we'd bring up something that Miss Fish suggested in the Twitch chat, which is Lulu is going to make Zed's life very hard, because every time Zed ulties, Lulu can just wild growth that person and they should be able to survive. So that's good. That should be a good test of Kelsia's skills.
Now, I just want to point out that I've been hating a lot on the Tryndamere pick. Not intentionally, it's just that's the reality behind Tryndamere. But Tryndamere is actually quite a good pick, not against any of these champions, but against a particular player. Pips. Pips has been out of position, split pushing a lane every single week. All Tryndamere does is needs to find that lane where he knows Teemo will not be, and he can probably just kill Jinx, depending on gold and, positioning and all that sort of stuff. But there may be opportunity for Tryndamere to do his split pushing thing if Pips gives him the opportunity.
Yeah, we should point out that Tryndamere is actually not a bad pick if you don't first pick him. I mean, that's the main issue with what happened was he was first picked, and that's going to prove. There's just a number of champs in this game that you just really shouldn't first pick, and Tryndamere is one of them.
Tryndamere is the reason that list exists.
Yeah.
There's a few other ones, like you kind of don't want to first pick. It's actually harder to think of them than I thought. You don't want to first pick. Vigar. You don't want to first pick a Vigar. You know, you don't want to first pick a Malzahar. You don't want to pick someone who can be shut down by another champion.
I mean, Cogmore's another a meta pick that you don't really want to have to pick first, if you can avoid it, just because at lower elo it's going to invite it's going to invite a dive comp against you. So that's not fun. There's nothing fun about a dive comp when you're playing Cogmore. It's a lot of pain.
PVT General, incredibly ballsy then, had absolutely no vision whatsoever and just walked up to the enemy blue buff and at 149 threw a ward over that. Now, I'm not giving anything away for anyone who's listening because they saw that ward go down. They know that ward is there. They know that the blue buff the blue team have the blue buff timer. So, but if there was a Rise there with a rune prison or a Nami bubble that had hit on that Ahri, they could have very much been in position to just flat out kill Ahri there.
Now, interestingly, like we saw Tryndamere, he's come into the blue side jungle to try and get that red. I mean, that's I often see that move in low, sort of lower level play, and yeah, so it's whoa, here we go, first blood. Wow, that was really well played by Kelsey there.
Pips and Kelsey are doing their massive aggression early. Good. Did they? I'm just gonna backspace.
And
looks like they beat them to level 2, which gave them a massive spike.
You gotta watch out for that
in power.
And I mean, really, there's quite a number of. I mean, the basic feral flare junglers. We're even gonna see what Rise versus Teemo works out like. Oh, I think Arcadena's gonna get away. Rise is gonna get away.
I'm not sure if I lagged there or you did, but you sounded like a robot to me.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Hopefully that doesn't come through like that on the stream.
Okay. Probably not. Basic feral flare junglers, quite often they're very good counter junglers, so you need to just be aware that if you are a weak dueler, you just probably want to start on that red, even if you are like a blue buff dependent champion. Wow, this Nami is getting caught out really badly out of position.
Yeah, that was just a straight up, oh look, there's an army.
Yeah.
Like it was just zap hit the what are they called? The chompers.
Yep.
The grenade chompers.
Yep, they're called flame chompers.
She got flame chompers. That's it. You know, the slow hit, like just very good CC chaining from the bot lane, and now they've got just a massive. They've already got the tower down to almost half health. Like they've got such a massive experience advantage. Like this Nami is level 1.
Yep.
At 4.5 minutes. That's not a happy Nami.
No. Now Rise, interesting is I don't know when he actually went back. When did he go back? He's must have been back already. Oh, it must be when he nearly died. He got his tier.
Yeah.
So
he's burned his teleport to get back to lane, so he's not going to be too far behind. And the tier of the goddess is, unlike every other champion in the game, Rise actually does get a power spike from tier of the goddess, so he will have a bit of a damage advantage coming up in the next.
Well, that's the thing. Every time,
considering that Teemo has nothing but one potion left in his crystalline flask.
I mean, really, every time Rise casts a spell, he gets a little bit stronger. So that's that's quite an effective thing since he's often using his Q. So Teemo just needs to be careful. Rise, I've found Rise has puts out a surprising amount of damage for someone who's known for his weak early game. So you got to play it smartly. You can't just go ham. And it's going to be an interesting gank. Oh, yeah, there you go, caught out big time.
That's exactly what I said was what the Jarvan would have to focus on, because he, like, if you look at the map, he cannot gank bot lane at all. Like, unless they're going to be doing like a 3-man tower dive type thing, and even then you want it to be a 4-man with the Ahri charm. And it's not like they need it. Like, Jinx is now 20 CS ahead at 6 minutes. And that's mainly because Ezreal's basically been fighting a 2v1 lane this entire time. Yep. Because Nami just got completely jacked up in the early levels. interesting.
And this Lulu has been using the damage she puts out very effectively against basically anybody within range. So that's why Lulu is so annoying. Is she's got the point and click. What is the actual ability called? Her help picks.
Help picks.
You know, it's because it's point and click, and then it allows such a good setup to do more damage. It's incredibly frustrating thing to land against. Caught on the flame choppers, then silence.
Yeah. You see, that's what we've been saying for a while. I think we've said it every week so far. Is that you can't gank a lane. Oh, this is going to be a double kill to Jinx. Absolutely. There's no getting away from this.
Oh no! Well done.
I wonder where. Oh wow!
And the minions nearly got the second kill as well.
Yeah, the minion damage there was a lot more than I was expecting there. Now,
don't mess with minions,
kudos
man.
Kudos to Shakazy for actually getting a kill there, because I really didn't think that was going to work out. Like, Jinx is was 1-0 and 4 at that point. And Tryndamere was 0-0-0. So you'd expect that Jinx would have come out on top there. I think maybe what's her name? Lulu wasn't really in a position to kind of give the kind of kiting that she'd been doing the entire game. So I think maybe Pip's just got a little bit overconfident. But that's great news for Tryndamere. Like, as I was saying on the Champ Select, Tryndamere requires a ton of gold to get going, and that's definitely going to help. I think even though he went 1-for-1 and the gold advantage went to the other team, that's still very good for Tryndamere himself. Now, that's very nice. Look at this. Jarvan and Jinx have all come mid to put some pressure on this mid tower. Looks like Ahri's going to go get the blue buff, so it's not going to turn into anything, but it was a good idea. If that had happened at not a blue buff respawning time, that would have been much more effective. Oh, Pips arrives just in time to get this big, massive, juicy minion wave. The Zed Ahri matchup has pretty much been just a farm fest. Oh, here we go. We got Tryndamere. Oh, Tryndamere ganking a Teemo. Oh no!
Yeah, see, that's going to be the real issue.
Steps on the shroom.
Without red buff, it's going to be very hard to gank for Tryndamere to sort of keep up keep up with the pace, especially someone like Teemo who is so quick to get away.
Yeah. If I was Tryndamere in this game, I would just be farming creeps in the jungle, trying to put map pressure. Like, Tryndamere going anywhere in any Teemo is generally a bad idea, but Tryndamere's, as I said, one of the weakest gankers, so ganking someone that, like, it's like Superman ganking Kryptonite. It's not really in his best interests, you know. Maybe you let Aquaman handle that one. Or, you know, the Kryptonite's just a rock.
But is Aquaman really effective at doing anything?
Well, he's more effective than Superman when facing Kryptonite.
It's true. That is true. Oh, there we go. Oh, forces the flash. Rise is still doing a little bit of damage. Oh, he gets the kill.
Oh, if he hadn't turned then, if he actually just kept running rather than turning for that 1 second, I reckon he would have lived.
Nah, I think he would have died.
Teemo true. I'm gonna go back and watch that. I stick by my statement.
Wow, that was a great move by Zed there. Very like to block the super mega death rocket.
I missed that.
Did you? Oh, okay. Basically,
I was watching the replay. Yeah.
As he copped the super mega death rock just as he was trying to get in range to use his death mark. I don't think it was intentional. I think it was unintentional, but it still worked out really well. I mean, what we're seeing here is the really great pushing power of. Okay, I don't know why Tryndamere just took that blue buff, but the splish.
Well, look, Rides is top, and Zed doesn't need it either. So,
well,
Tryndamere getting blue just means he'll be able to, spin.
Well, that's it.
Like half a second.
Where Zed uses all of his abilities can benefit from the cooldown reduction. But whatever, it's not a huge thing. But I mean, obviously, if he's worried about somebody taking their blue while they're not paying attention, that is worthy of concern. So.
Yeah, well, the thing is the blue buff was up at around 9 minutes because they didn't clear one of the minions.
Yeah.
So I'm fairly certain that's to stop the other team from getting the timer. But now that he has cleared the blue buff, like it's been there for 2 minutes, so them stealing it was not the primary concern. Oh no, Nami! Again, this is not where you want to be. Oh, good guy Jarvan donating the kill to Ari. Poor Koprov. Just not been in the right position a lot of the time. To be fair, he was recalling right next to an ally, and the ally got away and he didn't.
Yeah.
So, but neither of you should have really been recalling there. You were so overextended.
Well, I mean, I actually didn't catch. Was she in the bush or was she in the lane?
Just both of them were in the lane.
Oh yeah, that is.
Zed tries.
I think you're dead, Timo.
He's dead.
That's a good opportunity for them to get back. See, yep, that's it. Zed's not running away.
I think they're gonna try and take the tower. I think.
Yeah.
Wow, Zed's actually.
Oh, that was a beautiful bubble by Nami. Now if they can get the. Oh, there we go.
Oh, true shot barrage takes down the Jinx.
And Lulu, she altered the wrong person, so that was a bit of a foo.
Poops and Kelsey, you guys are gonna have words after this match.
Yeah, always recalling in the brush. Now let's do the trinket test. So we are at 13 minutes. We've got 2 sweepers on blue and only 1 on purple. So really, Tryndamere should have got a sweeper by now, especially since he's got his Wriggles Lantern. So, okay. That Nami just put the pink ward in the wrongest place. And
poor Nami is quickly learning positioning. Oh, Shackers, he just gets out with the smite. Smites it and runs. Yeah. Yeah. You never ward at a time where you don't have vision on the enemy team. Like that's like you can.
You can. Firstly, you don't put a stick. You don't need to stick a pink ward right at the bottom of the dragon pit. I don't even know. It must have been a mistake. I think it must have been trying to ward across the wall, like over the wall. But as Nami got boots, Nami's got mobility boots, so there's really, that's actually relatively
safe. Damage coming down onto Rise. Oh, there's a team fight happening, and game called and counter brain. Okay, looks like purple team are happy with their 1 death. They're gonna fall back to tower because they realize they're not gonna be able to fight that. Oh, Shackers, he's not in a good spot. I think he just stepped on a Teemo shroom too, so he's gonna ult to try and get out of this. It's gonna work, but
see that's exactly how you're supposed to use
that's beautiful.
Beautiful
Jarvan. The second you know that his flash or his what's it called, spinning slash is down, Demacia, smash him down there. There's no escape for him. His ult's already used. That was perfect.
Oh, that was a nice charm.
Oh, beautiful charm. Oh, MatPack got some nice damage down onto the Ezreal during that trade, so that might delay this push. Oh, not a great Nami.
That's a beautiful. No, that was a great
bubble though. Oh,
Zed's going ham.
Zed
didn't even get the kill though.
If Zed had gone for a little bit more damage before finishing his Yomu's Ghost Blade, he would have gotten a triple kill then.
Oh yeah. So I mean, really, what could he be?
Oh, look at this Rise! Oh, the True Shot Barrage gets the kill as well. I'm loving these True Shot Barrage kills. Keep it up.
I mean, I guess he probably wanted a BF sword is probably what he'd be wanting to beef up. I mean, what would you build these days with Zed first with a BF item? Would you go for? I mean, Infinity Edge is not usually something you go for, but I mean, you kind of need that.
Blade of the.
Oh yeah, of course, Bork. Yeah.
With the Brutalizer. Is generally the way that you want to go with Zed because it gives him such amazing dueling potential. And with Tryndamere, Zed, Ezreal, you're definitely looking at a map, 3-lane split push kind of strategy. Like you want to have minion pressure everywhere. So The cooldown reduction from Brutalizer is essential, and also Zed is quite often, he needs to fight alone. So if Teemo rocks up against the Zed, then Zed can just Blade of the Ruined King, Shadow in, and just lay down so much damage, and a Blinding Dart's not going to do squat.
Oh, that was an excellent
charm. Matt Pack! Oh, wow, that charm! Under the tower. That was
well, that's what you get for standing underneath the tower, taking the aggro.
Yeah, he tanked too many shots. He didn't need to, either. He was right on the cusp of the range. If he just walked out for a second, dropped the aggro while the Zhonya's was on, and then just Shadow, and then blah, 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 use all your abilities. Oh, this True Shot Barrage is doing a lot of damage.
Oh, that was nice, man.
That was a good Nami ult. Oh, look at this. So much swag on this Ryze player. Just walks up, takes the kill. See, it would have been nice for Ryze to get blue buff then, but it could have been stolen. So Shakazi did the right thing by smiting it.
However, there's only 15 seconds to drag it, so essentially blue team would be looking to drag it immediately as soon as they can, because you want to try and use advantage of this fight.
Yeah.
Ooh,
but
close.
I don't think that. Wow. I don't think they've got the dragon time. I don't think they have vision.
Nah. Well, Jarvan's heading over there.
Oh,
right
nice. Now. Oh, wow. This is going to be a nasty fight.
Damn.
Oh, could you get closer? Wow.
I gotta say, I'm always a big fan of the way Zed pops.
Yeah. I'm very much a Zed fan, and I'm loving the change to his ultimate, where if you use it, you come out behind people. Oh, the charm misses! Oh,
still force the flash.
Still capable of so much damage. Yep. What's interesting is PvT General's gone for a Zhonya's Hourglass over a Deathfire's Grasp as the first item. Now, normally you would go for the Deathfire Grasp. Oh, the Ignite's down on Tryndamere. Oh, wow. And dead on the way back. Zhonya's, that was perfect. PvT General moved after using his Zhonya's. I don't know how that happened. Matt Pack apparently is listening because he said, shh, don't tell them the ultimate counter to fit. Oh wait, no, he's talking about Teemo using Quicksilver Sash. Yeah, now Zhonya's is a great item against Zed and Tryndamere because they're just pure physical damage, and the armor on there is just, it's 50 armor. That's nothing to sneeze
at. I mean, you pretty much always need to take Zhonya's anyway, just because the invincibility is just such a huge bonus, so it's just added.
Well, absolutely. Yeah, it's just the build order. You'd normally go Deathfire Grasp early because you can just go Charm, Deathfire, insta-kill anybody. You know, that's the Ari way. That's the way it's played at the moment. Oh, Shakazi getting zoned off this Wraith. Oh, the White, sorry. He's put a ward down. I'm not sure how much that's going to give him. Oh, Jarvan getting double red for some reason. Oh, the charm hits a minion.
Now,
oh, poor PvT.
Something that would just thinking back to that top lane sort of skirmish. Oh, missed the charm again.
Another charm. Doesn't matter. Oh, going to use those charms and dashes to get out of there. Ari do not want a piece of Zed eyes.
When Ari came in against Ezreal and forced him to flash, he actually completely backed off after using his Arcane Barrage. What he should have done was just hung back a little bit and stayed safe, but still got the still was able to put a bit of damage, because I think Tryndamere probably wouldn't have died if Ari hadn't, like, if Ezreal was still contributing through his Mystic Shots. Is it Mystic Shot? His Q?
Essence Flux.
No, it's Mystic Shot. Yeah,
Mystic Shot, and what's the other one? I thought
Essence Flux is the
Arcane Shift. That's the ability I was trying to think of earlier, and I said Essence Flux, so I got that wrong.
Actually, something I just realised that I don't know if I mentioned. One of the things about having a Jarvan and a Jinx is the use of the... Oh, wow.
Yep, she dead.
She did.
Just one auto, yep. Look at this minion wave the teammates.
The use of the flag on top of Jinx, because Jinx is such a strong tower pusher, but adding the flag in there is going to just make it even more insane. Oh,
what a jewel! Oh, wow! The True Shot Barrage again at point blank range. That was dangerous.
Yeah. Well, if he'd all warped a bit, as if he moved when he was attacking, he probably would have survived that, because he basically jumped in towards Jinx, but then he stood there, which meant when she threw out her flame choppers, it was just an easy stun.
Yeah, look at the map pressure. Like the team composition from Purple is all about creating map pressure, but Blue have answered perfectly by just putting so much pressure on. Wow, PvG Generals dashes away from that Nami bubble. Beautiful.
Well, I mean, one of the issues that, one of the benefits that Blue has is they've got a pretty solid tower pushing kind of comp. Like they've got the synergy they have is going to work pretty well for them, as opposed to Purple, who probably it's a lot more risky. They can't siege as easily with Zed and with Tryndamere. You know, as opposed to
you don't siege with this comp. You push with this comp.
Yeah.
So because the idea, if Teemo wasn't on the other end, the other team, then Tryndamere would be walking into lane and killing things, and if a champion showed up, he'd either kill them or he'd spinning slash away.
Yeah.
Zed, very much a similar story. He'd be split pushing a lane. If anyone shows up, he either kills them or shadow dashes away, and the rest of the team just kind of stick together. But this Ahri charm, the Jarvan engage, is just so good at engaging that oh, wow. That's nice.
That was nice. That was good.
Yeah, Zonya's on the Zed ult. Oh, the Jukes, Matt Packers. That's beautiful. Well, Shakazy's going to come in here and hopefully pick up some pieces, but if anyone... Oh, yes! The True Shot Mirage didn't quite get him! Oh, no. Where's an Ignite when you need one, am I right?
Yeah, yep.
Now, Jinx is applying pressure to the top and bottom lane this entire time, and no one's going to be able to get in position. They're just basically forfeiting this tower. They'll get there in time to stop her from taking the inhibitor, but... Ooh, look at Pips get excited. This will be the first time I see a Jinx get excited from killing an inhibitor since that patch. Oh, Pips and Matt.
Oh, it's so close.
Pips is able to just man mode. Oh, Nami, that's there we go. There we go. Go team. 2v1 finally takes down the Jinx. Look, she got it down to 600 HP. Got under 600 HP on that. Now it's interesting. Did Tryndamere get that lane pushing, or was that already pushing? I'm going to backspace, because I was putting all my focus in the bot lane. No, that minion wave's just been building up. Yeah, it was Tryndamere. Hang on. No, that minion wave has just been building up for about 5-6 minutes, and has just started swarming down.
This is in the top lane, sorry?
Yeah, the top lane. That massive minion wave that Ahri's just recently gone and cleared.
Yep. I mean, really, so I think Dragon's just respawned. See Tryndamere. See that. Oh, the charm. Missed the charm, but it didn't matter anyway. Right now, if I was Blue, I would be taking Baron. You've said you got such a huge advantage that... And they've got no smite because they just lost their jungler. You know, you want to do it 4v5, and you're going to...
Wow, this is just
nice.
Death in the jungle. Just lots of people just going down in tiny skirmishes. No team fight to really to talk about. See, looks like Pips is staying true to his origins and is being ridiculously far away from where he needs to be. You're gonna stick with your team, Pips. Now, don't get me wrong. I do think that applying pressure to all lanes is definitely the way to counter this Tryndamere Zed matchup. But yeah, at the moment, when your teammates are applying pressure, you need to also be applying pressure. And if you're not applying pressure, then your teammates need to fall back, because then they can engage with a numbers advantage. Now, I think 2 people were dead at the time of that, so it's not as big a lapse in judgment as it could have been, but I'm interested to see this duel between Pips and Shakazy. Is it not going to happen? I think Pips is going to be... Yeah, looks like Tryndamere has... He's used the counter. He's just going to spinning slash over the wall. Yep. Oh, might get red buff kited. Oh, the ultimate going to come down. Yes. And red buff transfer onto Tryndamere. He's going to get the hell out of there, though.
Yeah.
That was the Tryndamere counters Pip's strategy I was talking about earlier. Well played, Shackers. Matt the Brat just bluffing his way that they have a ward there. I think that was very. I think he hit every single one of those skill shots with no vision whatsoever. He's taking Kelsey down to half health. Now they're pushing against an open inhibitor, but they have a numbers disadvantage. So this should probably. This is when you want to back out. When you know what? There's only 3 of us here. They're all. Well, that was an interesting moment.
I mean, really, what Blue really should be looking to do is backing off, switching it, upgrading all their trinkets so they can get control of their vision. And then taking Baron, and then taking the, take control of the jungle, take that bottom inhibitor, go for Baron, and then finish out the game. I mean, really, that's if they want to play this conservatively, which it looks like they kind of do. They don't want to fully commit. Then that's how you're going to choke them out of this game. Because really,
the last thing you want to do is try and dive a Tryndamere. That's not a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, there's no need to essentially you just do what the pros do, which is they're ahead. They know they're ahead. They need to just play it safe and slowly win the game. So yeah, all you need to do rather than pushing lanes that you've already when there's an open inhibitor or another. So take that bottom tower, take that bottom in here, and then as 5. And then Baron, close out the game. We'll see you later. Oh no, not quite enough damage.
Whoa, Kelsey is so low. Oh, the Flash Arcade. Oh, what is that? Flash True Shot? Not True Shot Mirage. What's it called? Mystic Shot.
Mystic Shot,
the Flash Mystic Shot was enough to get that kill. Now, they do have a numbers advantage now. And they've got they've got bottom lane pushing and top lane is about to start pushing.
Yeah.
Now,
but they're still driving up mid lane. Why do that? Why continue to push a lane when you've got an open inhibitor on another? It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they've just picked up 2 kills. They need to go to Baron right now. Continuing to chase where you have no vision against the Teemo, you just as I say that, everyone runs over a shroom. Okay. Tryndamere's coming to clean up, that's what he does. Oh, he might get this kill. Oh no! Oh, he's had to disengage.
Well, at least he survived.
That's right. I think he could have gotten the kill there if instead of going for Static Shiv, he'd gone for the Blade of the Ruined King. I really do think that he would have been able to get the movement speed boost and had a lot more damage and lifesteal. He would have been able to finish off that Ahri. The Static Shiv is much more for a split pushing aid. Yeah, and to be fair, look at that bottom lane. He's got that really far down. And that's after the Ahri went to clear those minions. It's still pushing in their favor. I think, and the blue minion's going down, so it will continue to push in purple's favor. So Shackers, he's done a great job. Oh, look at this. This is the blue steal. Oh, so close. Yeah, so purple team finally have the minions going in their way. They need to find a 5v3 team fight right now. 5v3 specifically, because you do not want Teemo there. And you kind of want Pips to be, completely far away from his team as his kryptonite. So, and if you can do that, if you can get a 5v3, you can take Baron, and then you guys will be on a comparable fighting level.
I mean, one of the issues with the way that these guys are going about things and how much they're sort of faffing about, there you go, is that Ryze is now starting to get to the point where he's going to get really scary because he's got his fully charged Rod of Ages. His Seraph's Embrace is about to finish, so he's going to have these Archangel stuffs.
Sorry, Matt the Brat just walked over a Teemo's shroom as Shackers was moving towards that same brush and they hit them both.
Yeah.
It's like the maximum range you could have been at to be hit by that Teemo's shroom was just perfect. Comedic timing on a Teemo's shroom.
I mean, really, this is they're taking this inhibitor about 10 minutes after they should have. They should have taken this about 10 minutes earlier.
See, now it looks like they're going for a little bit of a base race situation because Zed is... Oh no, it looks like he's recalling. He's realized that his strategy is doomed to failure, and it's going to come back. They've just lost 2 inhibitors because they weren't really grouped up. Yeah. And I think that is because... Oh wow, no, don't chase the Zed, just take the turrets. You don't need to waste time chasing because all he's doing is trying to distract you, and if you let him distract you, you're playing into their hands, so... Matt the Bat, GG, I knew we should have played Trist. Matt the Bat, the loss was not your fault. And I don't think choosing Trist over Ezreal or vice versa would have helped. In fact, I think you actually would have been worse off in the laning phase because of Nami dying twice in lane. So,
yeah.
But that was quite well played from the blue team. They did the kind of close in on you slowly thing. They definitely could have implemented it better. I didn't see nearly enough Teemo Shrooms towards the end game. But they did have vision all through the purple jungle, so I think the vision control they had was beautiful. Now, I just want to draw your attention before you say anything to the trinkets on purple team. We've got unupgraded warding totem, unupgraded warding totem, unupgraded warding totem, unupgraded warding totem, upgraded warding totem to be a greater stealth totem. And that's on the support, the only person in the game who doesn't need it.
Yep.
You know, that's least effective on your support because they're getting a sightstone. And Nami has a sightstone, like a ruby sightstone, not even the lower level ones. So already at maximum level. If it was a pink totem, then sure, I get that. But that's not the item you want when you've got a ruby sightstone because you're just going to be throwing away money.
I mean, to be honest,
everybody else should have had a sweeper, except maybe Ezreal, who could have gotten one of these scrying orbs that two members of the blue
really
team
purple's trinket setup should have looked more like blue's trinket setup, like with the scrying orbs and the sweepers. I mean, to be honest, neither team really effectively warded. Blue probably did a better job, but they didn't systematically sweep
the blue
wards.
Team's
they didn't put out lots of pinks.
Yeah, the blue team's late game warding was quite good because they'd get a kill and then they'd move into the jungle when they knew no one was there.
Yeah.
And then they'd use their sweepers and put down wards. That is exactly what you're meant to do. There was so much action in that game that I didn't get time to mention it when I did see it, but that is definitely the way you want to do it. Yeah. Is ward the enemy jungle when you have all of your lanes pushed and you know they're not in the jungle. So late game warding was particularly good from blue team, and I think I saw. I can't remember who actually placed it down. I'm pretty sure it was Ari. Put a pink ward in the Dragon River Brush. Wow, Ari went 11-0-11. That's a crazy good score. Poor Nami. Koprov, it was not your day today. That was
no.
You got behind early, and then I think it might have been on tilt a little bit, going, "Oh my goodness, you know, I suck," or "Why am I playing support?" or something like that, and just kind of not been in the mental attitude to stay at the back and save your wave for when your AD carry needs it or something. But don't worry, that's what these nights are all about, you know, improving your gameplay and getting feedback.